Good evening, everyone. We are just wrapping up after the first Supercars practice session for the Beaurepaires Sydney SuperNight. It was a session under lights, Craig Lowndes, a half an hour, pretty short and sweet, about as much time as you got on track today in the co-driver session.
we did.
We'll get to that in a minute, but Anton De Pasquale topping the timesheets after that 30-minute session. What did you make of it?
Actually unbelievable. I think it's just starting to rain here, which is what we predicted throughout the day, but they managed to get through that session. Look, Anton is in a class of his own. He actually went out right at the end of that session. He put a purple first sector. He triggered the turn 5 curb, so then obviously disallowed. Didn't have enough time to come around and reset. So we talked to Ludo before we just started all this, and he was very animated. So when he's animated, he's happy. So Anton at the moment, as I said, he's in a class of his own. He's got 7/10 over Will Davison, who ended up P10. So Will's got to find a bit of work to do in the other side of that garage, but as I said, Anton is going extremely well. Yeah,
he sure is. He's been in a bit of a purple patch at the moment, so we can see the DJR crew, the Shelby Power Racing guys, working on car 11, getting prepped because tomorrow we'll see another practice session before qualifying. And the first of our 250k races, we're going to take a walk down the lane towards your, I guess, your home away from home, isn't it? Rebel Ampol Racing.
Yes.
Jamie Whincup was about 6th. We think he put new tyres on, but Shane Van Gisbergen all the way down in like 16th or 19th, way down the order. You talked to the team. What was the reason for that?
No reason. It's just surprising that they didn't put a new tyre on for Shane, just to get a balance and get your head around what's actually going on, because you make all these changes through practice sessions and you want to validate it by putting a tyre on and actually just doing a time. So their next session now is sort of going into qualifying them in the sense of just, unknowing for Shane how much grip he's got to play with, what's going on. I'm just going to put claims on Jamie. He's ended up 6th. It was the co-driver session that did that for him.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. Oh, they're taking your name off the window, Lindsay.
Oh, yeah, I'm quickly
forgotten. You had your own name on there.
Well, the same on the other side. Garth Tander it's Van Gaz Big Bergen. So they've taken our names off, and basically it's back to square one. You did a run in Car 88 today, though, because it was a 30-minute additional drivers practice session. So basically, all the co-drivers for the Bathurst 1000 got a chance to get some miles under their belt. How did you find it? Actually quite nice. I think that it was interesting to see what the involvement of the cars and where they're at. And of course, they've had 3 weekends here at SMP, and basically we did a track walk this morning. Jamie, give me a bit of a rundown on where the car's weak, where it's strong, what it's going to do, understeer, oversteer. And my first outing and running around, I did 2 laps just to get my head around exactly all that. The understeer through turn 1, then it was a bit of oversteer out of the back. We did 3 changes in the car. I can't tell you what they were, but it was really just a direction for both these guys now. And Garth obviously ran in 97, and we only ran a hard tyre, so we were 1 and 2 of the hard tyres. I think we were about 23rd and 24th, but at the moment, we just have a good run and it was good. Can you teach an old dog new tricks? How did you go with the steering wheel? Yeah, I'm fine. Steering wheel. I don't know about Garth. He's an old dog as well, but the steering wheel. And you got to remember at home that Jamie has this like Batmobiles sort of steering wheel. Two grips. So gaming. These guys did a fantastic job. I just wanted to give a mention to these. Doing a really good job. And in fact, Jack LeBrock is just up the back. Yeah. And I think he was in the top. He was 4th. 6, he was 4th. So why don't we just see if we can get his attention. Jack, yes, you. Come on over. He's just having what are you having, Jack? Hello, we're on the live from the fast lane, powered by the garage. What have you got there? I don't know. It's a little bit of the ravioli. I'm pretty sure. Is it? I don't know. You're the one that's eating it. Something like that. Actually, I haven't had a go at it yet, so I'm sure it's pretty tasty. We won't keep you long from your dinner, but hey, a really good result in that practice session. How did you find it out there? Yeah, it was really good for us. I think we learned a lot from it. We had a massive swing on it again week on week, so that was really positive. So we made, I suppose, a move in the right direction. Still got a little bit of work to do on the green tyre there at the end. We were better on the used tyre, I think, during the middle of the session, but just got to try and loosen up the rear a little bit more and get it dancing around. And but anyway, we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's probably going to be raining and doing all sorts of funky things. So. Yeah, well, I was going to ask, how much do you concentrate on that green tyre? Because the way the forecast is looking, we may not get to use them. It could be wet weather for the next 2 days. Yeah, no, it's a shame. I feel like I thought we made a good step forward already. But the car actually felt it was it's a good step in the right direction, which is great. But it's taken us 4 weeks to get here. But anyway, hopefully we get a chance to actually do something with it tomorrow. Fantastic. Thank you for your insight. Enjoy your ravioli or whatever it is that you're having. Look forward to seeing how Jack and also the Tickford guys go tomorrow, Lounsey. Now, I want to ask you as well. Let's maybe turn around so our cameraman doesn't trip over all things various here in the Tickford garage.
There is wet weather predicted. It's almost 100% guaranteed it'll rain on Sunday. Tomorrow, though, is still a bit questionable.
Yes.
How is that going to play into team strategies, not knowing what they're facing for tomorrow's weather forecast yet?
Well, that's why it gets back to Shane Van Gisbergen. Like, it's surprising they didn't run a new tyre here. And actually, again, we'll go back a step further. I spoke to Ludo. Ludo had 2 cracks at it with Anton. So they're actually sort of predicting that over the course of the weekend, they're not going to be able to use, or not going to need to use those tyres. So, yeah, again, surprising. But tomorrow, look, we just have to wake up tomorrow, see what the sky brings. At the moment, it's trying to rain.
Yeah, it's a little bit
it's
of a
drizzling, but everything else. And Tim Slade back there is a little bit of a shame.
Yes,
he didn't get a chance to do a new tyre run. He had an air jack exposed, and when you run around that, the curves are quite severe here and quite aggressive. So it actually sort of bent. They've fixed it now, but they couldn't unfortunately get him back out for a new tyre run. And of course, Will Brown and Brody Kostecki. Like, Brody was second then. These guys have been on fire all 4 weekends. The 3 already gone, but this weekend already started. Yeah,
they're really looking the goods, aren't they? Again, can't wait to see what they do. You sound like an expert, Craig. You do a couple laps in the car and you just think you know everything. Well, okay, sorry, maybe you probably do know everything, let's be honest.
But I've got to say, though, I was really impressed with Will Brown over the course of these weekends. He's had speed, as we've mentioned. Both of them are really looking after each other. Like, Brody was saying, where's Will when Brody wasn't up the front and vice versa. But for Will, though, in the sense of coming out of the first 2 weekends when they've had pit stop practice problems here, when the wheel nuts have had problems, he gets out, he smiles, he's happy, he's still like, I'm driving a race car. It's fast.
And that is a good place to be in a fast race car.
Absolutely.
Plenty of unanswered questions, which we cannot wait to see how it plays out tomorrow. Of course, day 2 of the Beaurepaires Sydney SuperNight, a practice session, qualifying, and then the first of 2 250k races. You can catch it all on Fox Sports 506, I think from about 11:30 local time tomorrow. This guy will be on the mic, giving all the insights, and we'll catch you bright and early tomorrow morning. Bye for now.